everybody, and welcome back to my channel for another eventing vlog. There's not many more eventing vlogs to come. This is the penultimate event, which is actually quite sad to say, but we are heading off tomorrow. Not too early start, but we're heading off to Chard, which we went there for arena eventing, didn't we? Actually, it's our first competition of the year. How crazy is that, Addie? That was back in like January, February time. But this time we're going to head back for a spot of eventing, and we are going for it, guys. I have kept this quite quiet on the gram and on vlogs or anything like that, but I've actually entered a BE100. We have successfully competed at BE90 for 5 events, with all clears in the cross country, that I feel it's a good time. I've strategically planned it to be Chard. The dressage, the show jumping are all on a surface, and the cross country is a bit of a shorter one, and I'm like, touch wood, I haven't looked at it because I don't want to view the course. I don't want to get any thoughts about any of the jumps. I just want to get up there, see it, and then go out and jump it. Don't give my head too much time to overthink it. But I feel it is a good one to try and step up for Addie. We did have a bit of a cross-country play on Tuesday when we were up having a photo shoot with Horsehage and Molly Chaff, and she was absolutely mega. And she is always mega out on that cross-country, so I am feeling confident for that. We've had a show jumping lesson as well this week, so I feel we are prepared as we possibly can. And dressage, dressage will be dressage, won't it? But anyways, we are halfway through pilating. So then she can go out with a hood on, and yeah, welcome to the messy feed room, tack room. But I have got a little helper here. This is going to be, you guys know that I'm organised, I like my checklists and all that, but I'm about to be blown out of the water because look at this organisation, guys. Susie's here, my little helper. So I haven't had to worry about printing my number off, and also it's printed on card, which I'm very impressed with.
Should I show
you? Go on, I'll let you introduce this.
The organisation.
Yes.
So what I thought was, obviously I've been grooming for Emily now for, I think this is maybe the third or fourth time. And
I'm going to be really sorry. Let's just move the poo bucket out the back.
Wow.
I
thought I could smell something.
It is empty, to be fair, but it's just not looking that good.
Yeah, so I wanted to basically just have like a little system that would just help on the day, really. So I've made these 3 little boxes: cross country, show jumping and dressage.
I love it.
All 3 phases. I've learned that word. Phases.
Yes.
And then what I've done in the back is put the times, highlighted. You might not have seen that yet, actually.
That's laminated. Oh no, that's on top of it.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen is, you see, when we're done with that, you can take that off, and then the next time I can stick the new one on.
Yay.
So it's really useful. And then basically when we get there, I can put everything into the 3 boxes, and then Emily doesn't have to worry. She knows where everything is. I obviously know where everything is, so then I can help as well.
Love it.
Oh, and I bought a bum bag.
Oh, and a bum bag.
Oh, let me show you that.
Bum bag.
I haven't taken
I'm loving it. Thank you very much. Can I just say thank you? You did not need to do all of this.
But I want to help you, and I want to be
top groom of the year.
Basically, but there isn't a rosette for that, is there?
I'm sure I can make a rosette. You've made all of this. I'm sure I can probably find a rosette.
And this is the bum bag.
Nice.
Which I thought could fit your vlogging camera in. Yeah. The phones. And then I actually decanted some polos into a money bag for Addie.
Oh, Addie, you're spoiled, aren't you? That's very good. Yeah, because she can have a polo every time she comes out of each phase.
Yeah, but unfortunately she does look at me for treats now. That's happened, isn't it?
Yes. So. She's very foodie.
Yeah.
She loves her food.
So that's
do you know, her being a food model this week, I was like, this is her perfect job. This is her career. She's like, I can eat whatever haylage you give me, whatever chaff you give me, I'll eat it all.
She's like loving it.
Yeah.
And can I please just give a shout out to someone on your vlog?
Yeah.
So big shout out to Molly and Sue from Dressage Equestrian, who put up with me going over there up there practically every week and helping me buy things, because I like to have all the gear, but no idea really.
Okay, so I've just got a few more plats to roll up and then get her hood on. I'm then going to give her another feed. She has had a busy week this week, so I have been feeding her up, I'm going to be honest, and putting in. So I had a nice little parcel arrived from Animal Life. So huge thank you, shout out to them. So she has been having the Vetrofen Comfort and Recovery powder that just puts into her feed. As I just said, she's a foodie, so I am very fortunate. She eats anything that goes in her feed. So she's been having that just to help muscles, ligaments, joints, all of that. Do review. You've had a couple of days off, haven't you, just to get recovery. Oh, sorry, have you got a scratch on you? I'll get it. Eddie, is that it? Is that it? Is that the spot? Is that what you wanted? Good girl. And whilst I'm putting up the last few parts, you are enjoying that, aren't you? I've got very long nails at the minute. I'm surprised they're all still on, to be honest, which thank you to somebody who just commented on the vlog saying that I had nice nails. They're still the same, but they're getting done next week. Anyway, I digress. Susie is going to attempt to pack my stuff for me. So this is going to be fun. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So I'm going to roll these up and yeah. I feel like we do need to concentrate though and you shout what you're putting in, because this is where it could go wrong.
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying between us both, it could go wrong and something could be missed.
Definitely be me.
Be right. We'll be fine. I did give my bridle a clean off earlier already. I've cleaned my boots. So yeah, everything's clean. These boots as well, cross country show jumping, I washed them earlier, and I've got clean numbness, white numbness in my car. So yeah.
I have a question.
No, don't need that hat.
No, I know that. But I was just going to ask, what are these coloured things that I've seen on people's hats? What are they?
So your hat has to be up to standard, has to be a certain standard to be able to wear it at a competition.
Oh.
So you have to get them tagged each year to make sure. So then when a steward is, like when you're about to go into dressage, they can see that you've got, I think it's pink at the moment, a pink tag on your hat. They know that your hat is up standard and correct. Yeah, for anybody.
Know that. Something else I've learned.
Yeah, there you go. I actually think that's an old one because I haven't worn that. That was last year.
And it's got a blue tag. So.
Yeah, so that's the riding club symbol. But they have been quite good now. You used to end up having like 3 different tags: Pony Club, Riding Club, and British Eventing. Oh. And now it's just the colour. So they all get together on the same colour. But you'll see maybe on my other hats that I've got like British Eventing on one, but it's all the same colour. So that works for, you only have to have one tag. I feel like I've said a lot of words and that didn't make much sense. Yeah. All plaited up, got the lycra hood on and a rug on. Sprite is just living her best life and getting really fluffy at the moment. She's not overly keen on rugs, so I just allow her to get fluffy. And I mean, I'm done. Susie's packed for me. And now Mum's cleaning up. And yeah, everything's done basically. Loving it. Got groom like you two. And the vlog. Big look. Hi. You okay? The horses look massive to you, didn't they? Yes, they did. Very cute. But everything's...
Is that rain?
It is rain, yes. Packed different kind of rugs, which is the first time. Definitely didn't need the rugs last time, so we've packed... I've packed a sweat rug, a fleece, and I will be taking her turn out as well tomorrow. Especially Launceston, where I forgot it and then I desperately needed it. So yeah, everything is all packed up and ready. Just working out what time to get up in the morning. I think I'm going to be up for 4:30 to then get on the road for 5:30. And now I'm going to go home, and tonight, Matthew, I'm turning myself into Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice. Chris has got a fundraiser at his football club, and he has very kindly said that he is going to come tomorrow as well as Susie. So excited for both. I feel like I'm going to need you both for my mindset tomorrow. Get on with it.
It's an extra 10 centimetres, get on with it.
That's what Chris has been saying to me all week. So yeah, very thankful. We're going to have them there tomorrow, but Chris's fundraiser tonight, I thought I need to make the effort and I will go there. So he's going as Beckham and I'm going as Posh. I'll insert a little photo here of what I actually look like. Whether I look very posh and Beckham at all, I'm not quite sure.
You're more than capable of doing that tomorrow, and so is Addie.
Yeah, I know.
You know that?
Yeah.
It's all good.
It is all good.
Team EMD.
Hey!
Shall I just get some pom-poms?
Make a little chant up in the car on the way tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. Right, see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. And just like that, it is now the morning and it is now daylight, so we're able to vlog because, yeah, it was rather pitch black and it is rather miserable weather at the moment. hopefully, fingers crossed, the forecast is right. It is meant to clear up from 8 o'clock, which it is now 8:05. We are actually well ahead of time. My aim was to be there for 9, and we're going to be there in about 10 minutes. So, yeah, we're doing well. Oh, we're just entering the Chard village now, and we're just going to pan around. See, I'm going to see group number 2.
Oh my god, that's a classic shot. He's even got his mouth open.
Hug his pillow, that's what I find funny.
Oh.
He was awake for longer of the journey than I thought. He was
it?
joined in our conversation. He was stringing sentences together, which is very unlike him for that time in the morning.
And Nala's in the back.
Nala is in the back. Addie is tucking into her horse age. She's very happy back there.
And how's Emily feeling today?
Emily's feeling good. Emily's feeling pumped up.
Whoop whoop.
Yes,
Going for it.
excited.
I asked Emily a question just a minute ago,
Which is why we thought the vlogging camera should come up.
which is why we thought the vlogging camera should come out. What?
Nothing, no, carry on. I've got
Oh. And I've asked Emily to describe Addie in 3 words, which we haven't done yet. So I thought, do you know what? We'll pick up the camera and we'll film it, because then we can all get a live reaction. Also, Sprite in 3 words.
Oh, there is a fuel station here, so I can go there on the way back, which is perfect.
Last time, guys, we played chicken with the fuel. They probably don't know that, do they?
No, it's always coming off on vlogs at the minute that we did that when we went to the Champion Tour, and I was in Mum's car and I had 0 miles as well. Oh, there's Tesco's as well. Tesco's is cheaper. Anyway, there's loads of fuel options. I'm not on the light yet. We're fine. I am terrible. Right, 3 words.
So
okay.
Addie in 3 words.
So I'm actually nicking Fred's word here because he called her plucky. And she
Plucky?
is
What does
plucky, like she's like can-do attitude, like yeah, I can do that. Bring it on, I'll do that.
Okay.
Bold, basically.
Okay.
That's another word for that, I suppose. Talented.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely talented. I'm trying to think of my third one. I want to say like charismatic. Like
Charismatic.
charismatic, that's the one.
Yeah.
I feel she's got such a little character, which they all have, but I love Addie's. It's proper, she's just cheeky. Which, yeah, see, now I'm just coming out with loads of words. It's trying to find those words that summarise like a lot of different aspects, isn't it?
And how about Sprite?
Sprite's tough. There's so many words for Spritey. A legend.
Oh, that's a good one. Definitely.
What else for Sprite?
Straight.
Yeah, you would say Sprite, straight. Basically, she doesn't spook, she just stays dead straight. I would say speedy, because she is a little speed demon. I'm trying to think of her like in her heyday when she was like actually eventing. She's just the best. But I'm interested to know, this is what I thought of, is I'd like you guys to comment down below, how would you describe Addie in 3 words? Or Sprite if you fancy it.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, comment below with your 3 words of how you would describe. What's your 3 words of describing Addie or Sprite?
Oh no. Okay, Sprite, I'll go first because I've
Sprite
ridden
more.
Sprite.
Yeah.
I know Sprite more. So Sprite, I'd say straight. Would be me.
Safe. I just think of what you say to me.
Yeah. She's so
Sorry,
safe.
no, I'm not giving you words.
No, it is true, isn't it? That is what I say to you. Oh gosh, she's so safe and she's so straight.
She's trustworthy.
Oh yeah, that's a
right.
really good
Yeah,
one.
that is a good one.
Yeah, trustworthy, straight, and genuine.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
definitely.
going to say
Yeah.
for Sprite.
Yeah.
Addie, I would say bolshy.
Yes.
So like if she is made her mind up, you're like say holding her or whatever, and she's made her mind up that she's gonna walk
Gonna
off,
go and eat
or
that
she's
grass
gonna
over
go.
there.
She's going. So definitely bolshy. Do you know another word I think for her is she is a what's it called where
See, this is where I struggle because my English is not brilliant. So
no,
actually knowing
and
the
obviously
words.
everyone will know here that I don't really know, although I am picking up on some horsey words, but I think she is it's two words actually, like a genuine doer. Like she will try. She's a trier. She's a trier. Is that right?
Yeah.
So she will. If you ask her to do something and she's not sure, she will try.
Yes.
She's like a
Willing.
Yes, willing. That's a good one. She's willing.
I would agree with that.
And this isn't the right word, but in the nice possible way, greedy. She loves food.
She's a pig.
Oh, I wouldn't quite. That's a bit of a harsh word, but she oh, really?
No, she is greedy. She's a foodie.
Oh yeah, a foodie. That's the word I want to use. A foodie.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what other people
what they think.
say, won't they?
Yeah.
And I was saying to Emily yesterday how lovely you just literally have the most genuine, lovely followers.
Oh, I know.
Don't you? Honestly, like you're so lucky.
Chris always laughs because I'll be like sat there behind the laptop and I'm replying back to comments and I've just got a permanent smile on my face.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you smiling at? I'm like, oh, I'm just smiling at the comments.
Oh, honestly, guys, obviously, like, I'm
very much appreciated.
Yeah, and I've come into this like off the bat, really, like straight in the middle of this whole vlogging thing and YouTube and horsey, and you're just honestly like you're so supportive, and a lot of the people that watch you have clearly watched you for a very long time, haven't they?
Yeah.
And followed your journey over Sprite, Lola, and now Addie. Oh, it's lovely. So yes, you're all lovely.
Yeah.
Virtual
100%.
hugs.
Sorry, I'm gonna
doing a virtual hug.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds like stupid.
I never knew that looks like a virtual hug.
Do you want me to direct you?
Yes,
now?
please.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see you when we get there.
It's number one.
Addie's been offered a drink and then quick comfort break. And then now we'll food jumping, and I've got to admit, I walked up to it and went, actually this looks all perfectly doable. So left rein to start off with, over the spread. And then a bit of a dog leg, so wait until you get your nice straight line. So fence 2. As Susie said, oh, it's quite windy up here.
Yeah, I know.
But as Susie said, what's she going to make of those champagne? That's number 2. Oh, this has made me feel already so much better. Ridiculous how much your head can get in things.
This is absolutely nothing. You're going to be absolutely smashing.
Yeah. And it's all set up beautifully down there.
Yeah, it's lovely. That's the dressage down there.
And we've got a relative distance again. Abstract.
You okay?
Yeah.
How many strides is that? One?
Yes. Then the champagne bottles.
And then the champagne bottles. I've never ever seen that. Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah. What do you think of this one?
This one?
Yeah.
Alright. I think it will jump nice. You've got a nice spread in, just like we had at Chillington, and she jumped up really nicely.
Oh.
So then we come around that corner, and then at 100 you always have 2 doubles.
Okay.
So we finish on a double, and I don't know if it's always got to be that you've got to finish on a double. I'm not quite sure. But this one's a finish, which needs to be put back up. That's the show jumping.
Whoop.
I'm actually really pleased. Ridiculous. All of that I just look at and I'm like, yeah, it's all perfectly doable. which I did not think I would be thinking of feeding. Roll on the cross country, hopefully that's the same. I keep looking. Nala scratched my nose, by the way, guys, if you can see the scratch. And I keep seeing something out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, what's that? Have I got something on my nose? And I'm like, no, it's a scratch.
The team.
Morning. All right.
Morning, morning. The vlogging camera battery has run out.
And here we go, we're about to enter the arena for our first ever BE100 dressage test, which is the 102 test in 2010. Now, we had already trotted all the way around the arena, and then I just popped her on a little small circle before actually entering down the centre line, just to make sure that she was supple, because we would be turning right when we got down to C. But I was really pleased with her centre line. She came down straight, good rhythm, good contact, and made a lovely turn there around from C, and we were rewarded with a mark of 7. Then we go straight onto a 10-metre loop off the track, and again, it's nice that it felt good and the marks reflect that, because we actually scored an 8, which I am over the moon about, because I do actually think that she really thoroughly deserved that, before then coming across the diagonal with a transition to walk for 3 to 5 steps. Unfortunately, I think we had maybe half a step, a whole step, a bit too much of walk, and the judge picked up on that, so scored us a 6 with too much walk. But we then had to pick up canter. Again, this all comes up on you really, really quickly, which is something that Addie can struggle with. So unfortunately, we were late to canter, and the marks reflect that for a 5.5. We then give and retake the rein over the centre line on that circle, and the judge says that we need a clear loss of contact. scoring us a 6. And then we come down the long side, picking up trot at K, and we were a little bit after K when we actually picked up the trot. Then it was quickly to walk, which actually when I've practiced that in tests, like in my lessons, we've really struggled with. So actually she did that really well. And that is marked all in the same as this half circle with the free walk on a long rein. So we actually scored another 8 because we had good differences between the medium walk and the free walk on a long rein. So that's really pleasing. Then we pick up medium walk, K to A, again 7, a little early to trot because we then needed to trot at A. Then again onto another 10-meter loop, so just repeating what we've done on the other rein. And again we got another 8, which is brilliant. So obviously we know that they are the movements that Addie likes, is those 10-meter loops. We then go on to change the rein. Again, another 3 to 5 steps in walk, against the hand into the walk. And again, we got marked for too much rein. So that's actually my fault for not being accurate with the amount of steps that we're doing. So we got a 6 and then into canter. And as you can see, Addie really said, no, I don't want to canter. But I reset, asked again, and actually we got a really nice transition in the end. But unfortunately, that did mark us down and we got a 5. On to cantering around the arena, we got a 7. Then onto a 20-meter circle, we got another 7. Good give and retake, but unfortunately the trot transition that was meant to happen at C, you can see here we were just a little bit early and before C, but that's where she is at the moment with those transitions, so I kind of got to go with it. We were kind of balanced going into that trot transition, so I kind of take being a little bit early. We've then got to turn right and then turn left across the school, which we scored a 6. We were on 3 tracks, as the judge said, and then down the centre line for our halt. And as you will see, this didn't go very well, and the judge marked us as disobedient, which I then took this moment. I was like, we need to correct this, but we actually ended up being off the centre line, which was a real shame, but we did have some really lovely comments from the judge.
Good. So.
Just a shame with counter transitions, but we just seem to have, you know, when you go so many steps forward and then take a few back, I just feel we've got a few back in our counter transitions, but it's alright. I thought the loops and trot and everything were very nice.
Yeah.
And actually for how windy it is, and all around the arena, all the banners are like making yeah, so
Everybody's the same.
I can't, that's where she is at the moment, so I'm not complaining. Thank you. And that's only one movement, the kind of transitions, so the rest of it I thought was nice. The give and retake was lovely.
Lovely.
And a downward transition wasn't horrendous. She can do a lot worse. She stayed in walk. She didn't halt in the walk steps across the diagonal. No, actually, a lot of things I'm pleased with. Which doesn't often sound like me after No, she like swings out, and then I was like, right, we've lost the mark, so I'm now going to correct it.
Yeah.
So then we ended up not being on the centre line at all. I could see her in the reflection of the judges' box, and all I saw was, and I was just like, oh. But I have said winter of just doing halts.
Yeah.
We need it. But no, very good. And I just went in the warm-up then just to do 2 more counter transitions, just to prove we can do it. Well, not just to prove, but just... Yeah, that she doesn't get away with it.
Yeah,
in the test, like she needs to do a counter transition. I thought she was going to strike off on that second one, and then all of a sudden she was like, "No, I can't go." And I was just like, "Okay, reset and go again." And actually, she then did a lovely transition. So I'm probably just not holding on to that outside contact enough. And she found the marker by F a bit spooky. I don't know why. They're all the same as every other one around the board. So perhaps wasn't quite as subtle to the right. Anyway, 1 down.
despite the wind and the flags and everything in the warm-up, Addie warmed up really, really well, and I was really chuffed with how she took it on. But unfortunately, that corner just before the first fence was a little bit spooky, so we didn't quite get as straight as I would like, and it did unfortunately come down. But we regained everything. She jumped number 2 well. We changed the leg there before fence 3. Then down across this related that she met really, really lovely. So she was doing well. She then went past that spooky corner before we had a one-strided double, and she jumped in really boldly and cleared the first and second part. Then these champagne bottles, which again I thought she might have a little bit of a spook at, but she didn't. She was a total pro and was like, nope, I can see the pole, I see the jump, and jumped that nicely. Then a good turn over that one there, again on a related distance, and actually that number 8 was quite beefy, but she absolutely flew it, so chuffed with that. And then we're turning for the last double, which was 2 strides, and she jumped over that clear, so absolutely over the moon. And yes, it was a shame about the first pole, but actually I couldn't be prouder.
Do you know, despite the start, I was like, oh no, this is all going to go drastically wrong. And then I was like, no, don't, just carry on, don't focus. And oh my goodness, she was mega, she was so good. And actually, I enjoyed that show jumping round. When do I say that, Addie? No, thank you to you, because you just made me, yeah, buzzing.
Silver Linings Aphrodite, 4-year-old. Enjoyed the past 18 months building a partnership.
Yeah, brilliant, Em, go!
It's their first BE100. 90 levels. Nicely clear there. Spot on the optimum time. So great time there. Great base course. So well finishing in 4th place. Well finishing in 4th place. We will try and bring you the results of these final couple of horses at home.
I am actually so excited for you guys to see this. It's so lovely that when a round felt so good and it actually looks so good as well on camera. So huge thank you to Equireel for sending me my video to be able to do this and to show you guys just what a little cross-country machine Addie is. Now, it was really tough conditions. You can hear the wind, you can even see the cameras moving a bit because of how strong the wind was. The ground was really tacky as well, and the first part of this course was a lot of undulation. The jumps have been really well positioned, like this one here. You can see it right on the camber of the hill. But she has just started so well. She's come out absolutely game on for all of them. And we got a lovely stride over that. Actually, we did over the first few. We got a little bit close there, but she then got over the second part really well, and went through that combination. I kept to the left of where most people had gone the day before coming down that hill, because that is actually quite steep, but a nice kind of steeplechase fence coming up the hill that she just kind of locked on and could take in her stride. Then again, this one was well placed on the camber of the hill again. Coming through that little wooded area, we got a little bit close, but it was okay because she sorted her legs out. And then this one, just wanted her to respect it then again coming through another little gap of the trees, wanted to make it clear what she needed to jump with the arrowhead. It's quite narrow there at the bottom of the base of that, and I don't know how many of those she's actually jumped, so she took that on really well, as well as this table. And now this one, the combination, we did get very, very deep, but actually that helped us enable us to get the turn for this corner. And what an honest little mare she is. She absolutely, oh, like a pro. I couldn't ask for her to be any more genuine or honest coming through that. We then come up the hill. This one was a bit of a let-up fence, relatively small, so just needed to make sure that we were nice and straight and that she popped over that. Then going in, I'd say light to dark, but it was quite a dull day, so it didn't really change too much, but she jumped that one really nicely. And then you come out again into the light and pop over that one. We then had the roll top to the ditch. She jumped that one lovely. She jumped the ditch really well as well. You can see there, pop over that and then pop over the sea element. She just makes it look so easy. She makes my job easy, if I'm honest, guys. She just show her the jump, show her the flags, and she is keen. She went into the water really confidently. She didn't like back off of it or have to have a look. She just went, okay, I can see the fence, where we're coming out, mum, and there we go, up and over it. And then I was like, here we go to the last fence. And we had one more. I'll be honest, I kind of pushed her. I was like, go on and jump it. And she responded and jumped it really, really well. So I honestly, the feeling coming over that last fence and through the finish line was amazing. So huge thank you again to Equireel for sending this through to me, because I really appreciate it.
I can't actually believe it.
Well done. Well done.
I cannot believe it. She was mega. She was mega. All the beefy ones that I was worried about, she's like, no problem. Did come a little bit unstuck down on the corner, but oh my goodness, rescued it. She got very deep to the first part, and I just pulled my right rein. My left foot was like a centimetre coming out of the stirrup, but she turned and we got over it, and then the next one just came up really lovely. Time was easy, no problem with that. She was very strong to begin with, but I can't complain. She was absolutely mega. I love her. I love her. I love her. Oh. I'm so proud.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh my goodness. This is what you do it for. This is why I've been worried all week.
And you smashed it.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely smashed
Oh my
it.
goodness. Oh, just one in a million. You know, like I say about Sprite being course of a lifetime, but I don't know, I think I've been a very lucky individual to have two. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Refuel time. Addie is all sorted and had her refuel and her electrolytes. And then we're just having some cheesy chips and a pizza. I remember this from when we were here in the winter, that the food here is absolutely incredible. So they've got a cracking restaurant, loads of different food options, pizza over in the corner with coffee and ice cream as well. We're not quite fancying the ice cream today, it's not quite that weather. Oh, pizza's ready, and yeah, it's just lovely big seating area and a view outside to the dressage arenas. And we're tucking into our cheesy chips, aren't we, Arthur? Gone quiet, gone shy. No, you're not? Do you want to tell the vlog what you've recently got? Do you want to talk about Tiffany? No. No? It's you. Arthur's just got his very own popcorn horse, haven't you, called Tiffany. She is adorable. And you're out riding behind Mummy, aren't you? Yeah? Oh, look at that.
And we got pizza.
And we got pizza. Looks disgusting.
Oh my days, that is. Oh.
It looks hot. Yummy. It's now the following day. Day completed, actually. I feel like if I was a good actress, I'd probably get away with saying that this is Sunday, although I do actually think it was lighter the time that we got back, so it was probably a bit more than maybe 25 hours ago we got home. But I can't believe how much the evenings are pulling in. I've just been for a very quick ride on you. Spritey is just walking basically at the moment, aren't you? We did have a little trot, but you are feeling good. You're feeling like a woolly mammoth as well, aren't you? Look how much coat you've got. You've got so fluffy. Oh, winter feels imminent, doesn't it? Which I don't want winter. I want this summer to continue, even though yesterday didn't feel like it either with all the wind and the rain that we had. However, I just don't want dark evenings, basically. But if we go across here, we can see the superstar herself. You've both got Molly Chaff chops, haven't you? You've just had your dinner. Hey? Are you a clever girl? You are. You're so good. You're so good. Oh, I have not stopped smiling since yesterday. All day today I've just been full of smiles. There was a little bit of a crash in happiness because my Mac wouldn't turn on last night. I know, first world problems, but I couldn't download my footage and I was gutted because all I wanted to do was just like watch back the dressage, the show jumping. Thankfully, I did have some snippets captured on phone, so huge thank you to people who have sent me through the videos. Susie and Chris going on different places on the course as well, so I could see that and at least could watch that back, although it then did dawn on me today, after sending my Mac off, may I say, because it really is not very well. It's rather poorly, so it has been sent off to Apple. Fingers crossed it is actually fixable. There's a couple of things that could be potentially wrong with it. One of them means I may as well just buy a new Mac, and the other one is just the ports. So fingers crossed it's for the latter. But I will hear in a couple of days what that is. I'm going to be back old school editing this vlog on my phone, so apologies. I mean, my editing probably isn't actually that good anyway, but it might be even worse than usual. But I'm really excited to start editing it, so that is my plan this evening. I have managed, I don't know why I didn't think of this yesterday, I actually have an adapter that goes into my phone with the card reader. I've cleared out loads of stuff on my phone, so I've been able to download all the footage, and I will be making that on my phone this evening. Literally taking me back, gotta be like 4 years ago, maybe even longer than that, since I've edited a vlog on my phone, which feels very strange. But anyways, I wasn't going to blab on too long because there were nerves yesterday, guys, so I don't actually think I picked up the camera and spoke. Well, actually, I think everything time that I picked it up was speaking, or it was like each phase. I didn't pick it up or get any B-roll in between the phases. It was very boom, boom, boom with all 3 phases yesterday, which actually was good because it didn't give my brain time to sort of overthink everything, and I needed that because I'm going to be totally honest, I even said to Chris at one point yesterday, I went, I feel a bit like I've got imposter syndrome, like I shouldn't be here, we shouldn't be here, Addie and I shouldn't be here. Actually, maybe Addie should have been there, but not me. It's weird. It's stepping up a level is always quite daunting and scary, and I know myself as an amateur, when is the right time to do it? And I decided, after speaking to lots of different people, Cam, Simon, Podrig I spoke to when I was away with Molly Chaff and Horsehage last week, and actually Chard was a good one to pick. The dressage, the show jumping was on a surface. The cross country I knew wasn't going to be too long and really overly technical, and thankfully it wasn't. And I also had a backup plan that if yesterday didn't go well, because I'll be honest, that was what I was probably most worried of. I'm not worried about hurting myself, but I didn't want to knock Addie's confidence. I didn't want to hurt her. I really think that's also why I've been so quiet on Instagram, because I didn't sort of say it out loud, which sounds really silly. I didn't say it out loud to the gram or to YouTube that I had even entered a BE100, or that was what my plan was going to be. And I don't know whether that was, I almost felt like I was lying if I came on and I wasn't. So yeah, anyways, totally rambling, and I don't need to ramble on. But I did have a backup plan, that's what I was going to say. I had a backup plan that if we needed another confidence run before our last event of the season, I always have Bovington, which I know is a kind and inviting course. So my plan was to enter that, which is just before Bicton, if I needed another confidence boost kind of run. But thankfully we don't need to bring in that backup plan. We will be just heading straight to Bicton, which is also something else that I'm going home this evening to do and to get entered, which I'm so excited. I feel like I've waited for Bicton 3-day event, which is at 90, by the way, for like 2 years. It was 2 years ago that I was going down and viewing Addie, and to now say that we have just completed a BE100 is, yeah, honestly amazing. Addie is making my dreams come true, and I'm proud of myself for sticking with being in the 100 and not dropping down to 90, and riding attackingly yesterday, because I really did. So a huge thank you to Cameron, because he spoke to me just before going out and said, you need to go out. And actually Vanessa said it when we were walking it. The way that they had built the course on the cross country was that you needed to go out from the start box attacking it. And that is exactly what we did. I mean, I don't really think I needed to be that attacking, because Addie was very keen and was quite strong, but I am not knocking that whatsoever. It just reminds me so much of Sprite. That was exactly what Spritey was like. And just show her the jump, show her the flags, and she jumps it. Bless her. Dressage was a little bit disappointing. I feel like we have made quite a lot of leaps in that phase, and unfortunately yesterday, I think again, probably the windy conditions, everything around that arena, all the boards, the flags, you could just hear everything. It was all just rattly, squeaking in the wind, and perhaps the attention wasn't quite there. I couldn't get her quite so soft as maybe I have done in previous tests, but still, she did well. There was a lot in that dressage test that came up on you very quickly, and actually she coped with it. It was the most amount of 8s, was it 2 or 3 8s that we got in any test that we've ever done. So improvements in the movements, but just a couple of costly mistakes like our counter transitions, but we will go away and we will work on them. Show jumping, she was brilliant. Again, all those flags, like it wasn't that long ago that we were at Waverton earlier this year and she completely freaked by the flags, whereas yesterday she warmed up next to the flags really, really well. I think she had a little bit of a spook, but then carried on and got on with it. She did find the first corner before fence 1 a little bit spooky, and you could see in like even the professional photos that she almost jumped it like one back leg at a time. So unfortunately that came down, but I thought she jumped the rest of them really, really well. I'm gonna send over my video, now that I've managed to download it, over to John. So I'm excited to see what he says, and then hopefully work on that in the next few weeks before Bicton. And then, yeah, as I've already spoken about, cross country, absolutely incredible. She just felt amazing. And I feel like when you're out there, all these nerves build up. And then once I'm out there, I'm like, I could take on anything with her. She just gives you that great confidence feeling, and long may it continue. So yeah, we've got a few weeks now until Bicton 3-day. Addie has got a really super chilled, easy week, because I've got to admit, last week, things were coming up to us thick and fast. She was, well, we both were. We were both rather busy. So she's going to have a nice few days off, and then some nice chilled hacks, maybe a possible schooling session in there. And then next week we'll be focusing and riding towards Bicton. So we'll have a couple of weeks before that. I hope you guys have enjoyed Addie and I's first BE100. Don't forget, let me know maybe your 3 words have changed of how you would describe Addie now. But do remember to pop them down in the comments below. And of course, hit that all-important subscribe button if you don't already. Also want to give a huge shout out to Susie and to Chris for spending their Sunday with us, coming up and supporting, helping, actually mainly supporting, being my rocks there yesterday, because I needed it. Sometimes I needed a slap, sometimes I needed a hug, but they were always there, and yeah, huge cheerleaders for me. So a huge thank you to them guys. But that is, I said this wasn't going to be blabby, and what have I done? I've blabbed on for ages, so apologies, but I am going to love you and leave you, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!